Hello and welcome back to Tammy's Antique Vintage Dolls and More. And today is Shirley Temples' debut. This is her special day. I have her finished, I have her strung and everything, but before we start, I'm going to show you her before pictures and then we'll look at her afterwards here. So anyways, I'm very excited about her. I think I did a very good job on her. I'm happy with her. I'm very content and very happy with my work that I did. I have come a long ways and I can see some improvements always. You know, you always want to improve more, of course, you know. You always want to reach higher and higher. And that's what, you know, doll restoration is all about. But boy, I've come a long ways. And let's take a look at her, what she looked like. Now, this doll was in a fire, in an attic fire. And this is what she did was, while she was up there, she must have been exposed, of course. She wasn't in a chest or anything of that sort. But so she must have been just sitting out. And when this fire happened, I guess from what she told me, it started in a room, went towards the attic where she was, and she absorbed the soot, the black in the air. So you can see where I took off her wig. Her wig was just done. There was nothing. Actually, I'll be honest with you, it fell apart and was disintegrating in my hands. But there she is. You can see her where the wig was. You can see some of the white on her. Now, in the crotch here, Dodie's Dolls, she told me what this material was, and it's like a fiberglass type cloth material. Now, it was very hard, very wrinkly. It was whoever owned this doll used it as a repair for in the crotch and across the foot of across the toes of each foot of the doll. So there must have been damage, of course, in the crotch area and across the toes. And I can understand the toes and everything and the crotch area because there's a lot of pressure what little girls would put on the doll for its legs. And sometimes the crotch would come apart. And sometimes, you know, if it fell or whatever, a piece could fall out. So I think that's what they did. A piece actually fell out of the crotch area and they restored that part themselves the best they could. So here's a close-up of her face. You can see I took her outside, and I'm trying to get a little bit of a distance there. There we go. And anyways, you can see where her wig is. You can see her face a lot clearer. You can see her eyes were just gone. They were shot. There was nothing left to them at all. But anyways, you can see she's still holding that nice little Shirley Temple smile. She's got her dimples there. Her teeth were black. There's a side view where you can see where her wig was, and just the difference between, you know, the soot. Now, there was a black Shirley Temple, but this was not it. This was a fire. Now, she had no odor either, and that was what I was very pleased about. There's the back side of her arms, the inside of her arms, and you can see as it was closer to the body, it didn't absorb as much, but to what was exposed from the elbow to the fingertips, it was probably more exposed and took, you know, the black charcoal attached to that area, to whatever parts were exposed. Now, here's the outer part of the arm, which you can really understand. They're darker. And it looks like maybe this was more, this one here was more exposed than this one. This might have been laying against something, like near something, so it didn't get as much, where this one was right out exposed. And there's the inside of the legs, of course. So, of course, they didn't absorb as much, but absorbed some. You can see now down here at the foot, this material that was put on the foot. And how wrinkly it was. Oops, there goes my focus. There's the outside of the leg. So you can see that this doll, well, I gotta get my focus back here. Woo, come on. Focus. I just feel like it's still blurry. Oh, there we go. There's the focus back. Okay, you can see that the outside, this was the exposed leg. This was the leg that was maybe tight against the inside of this leg here and didn't get as much. Oh no, this would be the outside of the leg. So it was leaning against something then. That's what it would be. And here's the body. This is the back, the bum area. And you can see where that material came up to here. And of course, the back didn't absorb as much. But there you can see the front, how much it absorbed. And so anyways, let's take a look at what I did. This is now Shirley Temples, my Shirley Temple that I did. And you're going to see her for my work, what I did. I'm really happy with her. I hope you are too. So here's the Good Ship Lollipop, Shirley Temple. Boom. There she is. My Shirley Temple. Let's see if we can get a full length of her now. Let me stand back. There she is. Man, I gotta go back more. Okay, there we go. There's the whole doll. From top to bottom. I strung her well, with the help of my husband, I strung her. He was a great help to us, to me with this. Could not have done it without him. He held ropes, hooks, whatever, just to get these legs on, the arms on. But there she is. Now we'll come up closer to her. And there she is. She's got her arms out and she's ready to sing. I wasn't too funky on this wig at first, but as time went on, I just fell right in love with the wig. And I got her dress off of eBay. I actually had it for the doll that I thought was Shirley Temple that my grandmother gave me. And I bought it actually for her. And, excuse me, we found out by Dodie's doll, she told me that that was not, that the doll I had was not Shirley Temple, it was Sally Joy, which I'm so glad to know her name, because it just means everything to know our doll's histories and the correct history. But this is a Shirley Temple. She has a diamond on her back by the Ideal Toy Company, and she turned out beautiful. And now, I know, okay, I'm going to have John come out for a second here, and we're going to take a look at her, some of those areas that I was telling you about. John, can you come out just for a minute, and we're going to take a look at some of the areas where that wrinkled material was?
Coming, my love.
Okay. His back is sore today. You can stand right where I am here. And I'll take off a shoe so you can see her foot and what I had to do with her foot. There's her foot. Now I was trying to put toes on her, and the milliput hardened, and the toes look really nice. But then I tried to put a shoe on, and I couldn't get a shoe to fit her. I had to go to a really big shoe, and then it didn't look good, as good. And I went, no. So I took the toes off. I was going to draw lines maybe where toes were, and I just thought, no, I'm just going to go. I put milliput over the top of this so you didn't see all that wrinkly material. Left it at that, and that's what I'm going to give her for her foot. I was happy with that. I mean, I wish she could have toes and everything, but hey, you know what? She looks a lot better than what she did back here with the wrinkly toes and all the wrinkly material that, you know, kind of just didn't, it just took away from the doll. And if you look at the picture here, you can see the wrinkle, you know, in the foot there. I didn't want that showing. I didn't want that to still be part of her. So now let's take a look at the crotch area. If we remember what the crotch looked like on her, this area right in here, up to her bum, was replaced with this material. So I'll just show you how nice she turned out. I have her done here. So I'll just pull down her panties just so you can see how I'm mending. This is not to be perverted, and that's not the point. I hope everybody understands this. It's a doll. But here she is, and this is how I fixed her. Now you can see that line right here where that material ended. Get my shadows out of the way. But she looks so much better. Let's take a look on the other side of her here. Of her back side. And you can see where it ended here. But I still was able to save the line for the buttocks, her bum area, and it kind of blends pretty good. Because this area was lifted by the material. So I just put milliput over it, sanded it to the best as I could because that material was still there. So I worked with what I had. I thought she turned out pretty good. So those were the places where I had to mend on her. I'll put her sock and shoe back on later. But anyways though, I think she turned out pretty good. And I love her. I think she's just fabulous. I think she turned out great. And I'm glad I took the time and I bought her. She was, I'll tell you, she was really cheap because of her condition. She was actually put up 3 times, and on the 3rd time, I actually, I had her up there, and I kept ignoring her, and I wanted a real nice one, you know, one that didn't have to fix this much. But, you know, I saw her, and I thought, you know what, challenge yourself, Tammy, and see what you can do. And maybe you can...
This wasn't just a doll restoration. This is a doll rescue.
Yeah, because the lady was about ready to. I was talking to her about it. She says if she doesn't sell, she's going to go in the garbage. That's what she was going to do because she knew that nobody. And on that third time, I just went, you know what? I'm going to take her. And I'm going to see what I can do for her. And I'll tie her up later. But, you know, she turned out great. I'm happy with her. Her eyes do not sleep. I did not put her original. These are eyes out of actually what you know how I smash dolls' heads. Her eyes are right out of one of those dolls there. So I think she looks great. I'm happy with her. I hope you are too. And now I'm going to start another doll, and it's going to be a doll from Janet. I was going to do. I wanted to finish my big babies out there, but I want to do a doll that she gave me. That great big that big girl she gave me. This is 22 inch. That's we measured her. She's 22 inches. So this is a 22 inch Shirley Temple. She's a nice size doll. And this is not her stand. I got to order her a stand. This is actually for another doll I have. It's for a bigger doll, but I had to borrow a stand for her right now. And that's why you see the clips on the outside right now. She's not really standing the best way. I can't fluff her dress right up right now. When her stand comes in, I need a smaller stand for her. Then I'll be able to stand her a lot better and fluff her dress out better. But anyways, I hope you like her. I'm pleased with her. I see my improvements. I see things still that I want to get better, become better and better at as you know, my artistic skills come out. I've been learning from people. People have been giving me a lot of tips. I want to say one thing too. Stringing a doll can be wonderful. It can also be testing on yourself and what you're made of. Dodie's Dolls put out a wonderful video, and I would like everybody out there, if you're interested in stringing a doll, there's two people actually I'd like you to go to, and it's called Dodie's Dolls and This Old Doll. They're worth looking at if you really want to know about stringing your doll. I'm going to put links to both of them down below. Dodie just did a wonderful video about how to string small dolls, and she comes up with a wonderful tip of what to use when you don't have hooks. And I never knew this before, and I learned something. So the learning just keeps going on and on and on. This old doll has a method that where you don't need to get my words out here, that you do not have to use clips or any sort to do the doll. It's just a simple knot to string your doll. All you need is a simple knot and pull the string, and it works. That's how I did her, and it does work. So I want to put that out there. So there will be two links to this video. Dodie's Dolls. Take a look at her. If you already have her in your, you've got the bell on her, great, you know, because she puts out these wonderful videos. They're so well worth it. Give her some comments and let her know. She'd like to know what you like, because she wants to put out videos that you like as well. And she's got some great ideas coming up, and she'll be doing more videos as time goes on here, and things that we need to know. And she has the ability to show these things. And this old doll, I don't know if she's put out any more videos, but this one about stringing your dolls is wonderful. And she shows you a great way of how to do these larger dolls. Worth the time to look at both of them, especially if you're into doll restoration and you want to know these things. I'm glad I watched Dodie's Dolls, and I learned this, and I saw her take the time and put this wonderful video out. So I'm going to link them. Hope you take the time to look at them. Worth your time, especially if, like I said, if you're into doll restoration. So anyways, Shirley Temples' debut. Here it is, her wonderful moment. And in her nice little stand-up and cheer polka dot dress. Just a replica, not the real thing. But it still does wonders for her. You know, so there we go. She was painted with oil paints as well, Dodie. Woo! All right, well, let it go at that. Have a great day. Week is just beginning. I got to work today. Boo. But anyways, it's snowing outside. Well, yeah, it's still snowing. It's snowing outside. There you go. Have a great day. Great week, everybody. And there's more videos coming. I got some great videos coming up. Talk to you again.
Thank you for joining us.